Caitlin Clark isn't just elevating her game, she's elevating the entire league. Her fierce play and sportsmanship have captivated fans, and her recent comments have only made her more admirable. She's got that cool confidence, and no matter what comes her way, she stays rock solid. When asked about the supposed rivalry with Angel Reese, Clark had this to say,
"I'm pretty sure the only people that view this as a rivalry is all of you. For us, it's just a game of basketball.
If it's going to help move the game forward, absolutely. That's amazing. That's what it should be." Before we dive into the exciting details about the WNBA, we noticed something surprising. Only 1% of our viewers have subscribed to our channel. If you enjoy this content and want to see more, please consider hitting the subscribe button. Your supports motivate us to create content you'll love. Now get into it. Clark's words resonate with fans, showing that she's not just a phenomenal player, but also a true ambassador for the sport. She's all about the love of the game and pushing it to new heights, and that's why we can't get enough of her. Indiana Fever's Caitlin Clark is adamant that there's no rivalry between her and Angel Reese, despite the buzz surrounding their on-court battles. And while she admits the attention is good for the sport, she's clear it's all about the game for her. Fans are certainly paying attention, with tickets for Sunday's game between the Fever and the Sky starting at $230 on StubHub.
We're just kind of excited to see Caitlin Clark and the whole Clark effect.
This will be the third showdown between these two league titans. Clark recently packed State Farm Arena with 17,000 fans, leading Indiana to a fourth straight win over the Atlanta Dream. But she couldn't help but wonder why Sunday's game isn't in a bigger venue. "I saw the ticket prices. I guess the only thing is I'm surprised we aren't playing at the United Center," Clark remarked, acknowledging the high demand. She later learned that there's a concert scheduled there that evening, but her focus remains on giving fans the best experience possible. She has the ball, but first and foremost, she's great at passing. Look at how she sees the play unfold, even though she's already ahead of it. All eyes are on her. As a rookie, she finds Aaliyah Boston for another easy basket. She can assist, but check out the double screens here. Katie Lou is a fantastic shooter, and she's turning around to give her a 33-foot shot, a commentator noted. Both Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese entered the WNBA this year as top draft picks, sparking talk of a rivalry. Even Ric Flair is impressed with these two athletes. It's worth noting that Reese might have some tension with Clark, as she's gone as far as deleting tweets that seem to target the former Iowa star. But regardless of social media drama, these two have become media darlings, and Clark, for one, wants to put an end to the rivalry talk.
I'm pretty sure the only people that view this as a rivalry is all of you. For us, it's just a game of basketball.
"It's all about the game for me," Clark says, brushing off the rivalry chatter. Despite the buzz, she's focused on her play and pushing the sport forward. Before the Fever's game against the Chicago Sky this past weekend, a reporter asked Caitlin Clark about the so-called rivalry between her and Angel Reese. Clark's reaction? Less than thrilled, and honestly, who can blame her? She's probably exhausted from all the Angel Reese talk. She emphasized that while she's glad the buzz has boosted interest in the teams, she wished the Fever versus Sky matchup was in a bigger arena, like some previous Fever games. "I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. Maybe there's a conflict of some sort that I don't know about. Obviously, that's a little bit above my pay grade," Clark said. She also noted that the two previous matchups delivered exactly what fans expected, some seriously awesome basketball, but here's the twist you won't see coming. The first round of the 2024 WNBA All-Star Game voting has revealed that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are on track to become teammates for the first time ever at the annual event. That's right. Clark is second only to Aja Wilson in the voting, and Reese is sitting pretty in 7th place. Their high rankings mean they're likely to join the Team WNBA squad for the All-Star Game, which will be filled with players named to the United States Olympic roster. Mark your calendars for July 20th, because this All-Star Game is going to be something special. And just 9 days later, Team USA kicks off their Olympic campaign against Japan. If Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese teaming up at the WNBA All-Star Game, that's right, these two powerhouses could join forces for the first time ever, creating an intriguing tandem that's sure to captivate fans. They've already faced off twice in the NCAA tournament, Clark for Iowa and Reese for LSU, and they're set for a third showdown this month when the Indiana Fever take on the Chicago Sky. Despite the media's attempt to paint them as bitter rivals, both stars have spoken highly of each other. Their fierce competitiveness shines through every time they meet on the court, making the possibility of them playing together at the All-Star Game even more exciting. Fans will love watching these two team up against some of the best talent in the world, turning what's usually a head-to-head battle into a dynamic partnership. Get ready for an epic All-Star Game at the Footprint Center in Phoenix, home of the Mercury. Caitlin Clark recently weighed in on why people are so obsessed with her supposed rivalry with Angel Reese. "I think it's just the emotion and the passion that we play with," she said. "People love to see that. And maybe that's something that wasn't always appreciated in women's sports, but it should be. That's what makes it fun. Clark's words hit home, highlighting the intensity and excitement they bring to the game. This AllStar Showdown is set to be a must-watch event, showcasing the fire and talent that make women's basketball so thrilling. In the upcoming 2024 WNBA All-Star Game, votes for Olympic-bound players won't affect their Team USA status. The top 10 vote-getters among them will automatically join Team WNBA, with coaches rounding out the roster. Surprisingly, Caitlin Clark's college teammate Kate Martin, despite limited playing time, is on track for an All-Star nod with the Las Vegas Aces. Fan votes count for half of the selection process, highlighting the fans' influence in shaping the rosters. Stay tuned for the official lineup reveal on July 3rd, before the Indiana Fever faced off against the Chicago Sky last Sunday, a significant showdown between former college rivals. Caitlin Clark shared her thoughts on the potential partnership with Angel Reese at the WNBA All-Star Game. Clark kept it real, saying, "There are a lot of what-ifs. I think both of us would say our focus is on basketball, and if playing together happens, great. It would be a lot of fun. We've never teamed up before." Remaining humble, Clark didn't dwell on the possibility of more votes or boast about her selection process. "Honestly, I'm new to the league. I'm not sure how they pick the All-Star team. Fan votes matter, but there's more to it," she explained. With her impressive season, Clark's sure to bring excitement no matter what happens, showing her focus is on the game and the team. But let's talk about Caitlin Clark's stats. They tell an impressive story that speaks for itself. She's averaging 16.2 points, 5.4 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game, putting her on track to become only the fourth player ever to achieve at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists in a single season. Among all rookies, she leads in scoring, assists, and three-pointers made, and she's also fourth in assists and third in three-pointers among all players in the league. On the other hand, Angel Reese is making waves of her own. She's posting 12.4 points, 10.8 rebounds, and 1.9 steals per game, setting a new rookie record with 7 consecutive double-doubles. Reese tops all rookies in rebounding and steals and leads the league in offensive rebounds by an impressive 20-rebound margin. These two rookies are proving why they're forces to be reckoned with in the WNBA. Let's delve into it. Caitlin Clark's influence and Angel Reese is undeniable. Vivid Seats reports today's game commanding an average ticket price of $351. Quite the splurge, right? This marks the highest ticket price for a WNBA game since 2015. Off the court, Clark's competitive spirit is fueling excitement for the WNBA like never before. Their recent matchup on June 16th, broadcasted on CBS, pulled in an average of 2.22 million viewers, with a peak nearing 3 million. It stands as the most watched WNBA game on any network in 23 years, and shattered records for online streaming viewership. These two are not just playing the game, they're making history and drawing a whole new wave of fans to women's basketball. But here's something to keep in mind. Just recently, Angel Reese made a flagrant foul against Caitlin Clark, igniting a lot of talk in the days that followed. Reese played down the incident, while Clark, the WNBA's top draft pick, also brushed it off despite hitting the floor during a layup attempt. Reese tried to swipe at Clark's hand, missed the ball, and accidentally hit her opponent's head. Initially ruled as a common foul, the referees reviewed and upgraded it to a flagrant foul. Reese responded in her usual outspoken manner, not holding back on the referees, but Clark handled the situation with maturity, offering a measured and responsible reaction. I think people love to see that, and I think that's maybe not something that was always appreciated in women's sports, and it should be, Caitlin Clark remarked passionately. I think that's what makes it fun. We're competitors. That's the way the game should be. It's going to get a little feisty, it's going to get physical, but at the end of the day, both teams are just trying to win. Clark's words reflect her dedication to the game and the spirit of competition that drives her. She embodies what the WNBA stands for: passion, intensity, and a love for the sport. Share your thoughts on Caitlin Clark's inspiring perspective in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on all the exciting developments in her career. See you in the next video.